Eastern Martin. The pitcher, Keaton Jones. Taking front base, Dalton Barrington.
At Coldwell Banker Select, we have the group to meet your commercial real estate needs, the Select Commercial Group. David Roberts can answer all your questions relating to the commercial real estate market, your business operations, and real estate budgets. Sarah Bergeson can help you locate the right commercial property to buy, sell, lease, or rent. Scott Job can provide valuable information regarding property values and lease rates. We treat our clients like family. With properties located all over the state, call us at 918-695-6979. Coldwell Banker Select Commercial Group, proud sponsor of the Union High School Redhawks.
Jones. Coming to the plate, the pitcher, Kevin Canuzzi.
When summer heats up and your AC isn't working right, be cautious of being pressured into a replacement.
It's always a good idea to get a second opinion, and Airco will let you know if your AC is worth fixing.
So call Airco today for a free second opinion.
Center fielder Cooper Barrington. And with that, we welcome you guys into the Union Sports Network. It's top of the second here, preseason. Little preseason baseball here live on the Union Sports Network. Thanks for joining us. It's Berryhill and Union right now, and you're coming in top of the second. So early on here, nothing. Berryhill came up and went 3 up, 3 down in the first inning. Defensively for Union, the battery tonight is Knutson and Pattison. Danzy in left field, Jones in center, Fluchet in right. Gomez will get the start at third, Young at shortstop. Oliver and Weinbarger make up the right side of the infield. Beautiful day here. And our producer, director, Andy Irwin, and I have been talking about this for a long time. Excited to get back out. Now, I'll be honest with you, it's preseason, so a lot of things that you're seeing tonight and hearing tonight are going to change as we work through the preseason. We'll bring you 1, maybe 2 more games prior to the start as Knutson throws it high over the head, and it's 2-2. And so it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. A lot of the names, the majority of the names that you guys knew last year are all gone, graduated. Knutson, definitely a staple last year on this team. He gets to start on the bump today. Ben Fluchet, who's out in right field, you heard me mention his name quite a few times last year. But the majority of these players that are out here were the youngsters last year, if you will, right? Didn't get a lot of playing time up here on varsity, and you guys know why. That team last year was loaded. And when I say loaded, I'm talking like baked potato loaded, right? And so this will be fun to see what this young team can do this year. So just so you know, a couple of things that you're seeing. You've got a couple of cameras. We got 2 cameras set up tonight, Andy, right? 3, straight away, and then high home, and then where's number 3? You got me on camera? I guess there's 4, okay. And there's a camera on top of the Union dugout. So strikeout there by Cooper Barrington. And that brings up, walked him. My apologies, thanks. See, that's why it's preseason. Next up, first baseman Addie Martin. So Cooper Barrington picks up the walk, much to the chagrin of Pete Knutson sitting just to my right. Low and away. So 4 cameras tonight, 5 during regular season. Am I correct, Andy? Yeah, 5 cameras set up during regular season, of which the 1 camera that's on me, I hope that we don't have a lot on me. You won't need to see this face very often. You never know when it's going to happen, so please don't get me picking my nose. Swing and a miss. Throw down to first by Pattison. Not in time. Quick, nice throw by Pattison. There I am. Hi. Nice to see you. Thank you. Anytime you want to take me off, there you go. We're going to have a little fun with preseason, though. We're going to have a good time with this. So it counts 1-1. Cooper Barrington, the center fielder, on first. Nice lead by him. Knutson throws over, not in time. Sometime tonight we'll talk a little basketball, as you guys have heard on the Union Sports Network. Myself and Nick Irwin cover basketball all year, and the boys are exceptional as that's hit to center. Gam Jones tracks it. He got it. He got it. That's good. He has it, and there's one away. Next up for Berryhill, the catcher, Gavin Fielder. So Fielder steps in. As I mentioned early on, Berryhill went 1-2-3 in their inning. We'll talk about Union here. When they come back up, pickoff play, player to get back in time, but then Oliver loses the handle, and Barrington's able to scamper back to first as they had Cooper Barrington dead to rights, but I think Oliver took his eye off the ball, popped out of his glove, and Barrington's back safe at first. So Knutson will reset. 1 away. Barrington with the decent lead. Home, snap throw back down again to first. And Pattison trying to pick up where Brody Briggs left off last year. Nice crowd on hand for a preseason game. Berryhill, nice little run. Oliver with the great grab and the throw to first in time. Oh my. Oliver looking like, hey coach, I know it's preseason, but watch what I can do. As a nice job by him, the put out by Oliver, and a great play. Designated hitter, Ethan Marquardt. Yes, the name Marquardt just rolls right off. Oh, and I'm still chewing gum. Sorry about that, kids. I just realized that. Swung on. Strike 1. Great delivery there by, got it. 3 o'clock, like that. How's that? All right, that'll work. Sorry, I had a mess I had to clean up there, kids. That's why I took my headset off. Anyway, 0-2 after a great pitch by Knutson. Struck him out. And a strikeout on Marquardt. And that will strand a runner. We'll head to the bottom of the second with, goodness, I have no idea who's coming up. We'll figure it out when they come back.
Does your school or organization need athletic apparel or spirit wear? Let me suggest Inkwell, a Tulsa-based company that can get you the quality you deserve at unheard of and unmatched lead times. Talking 2 weeks or less, not 2 months like most others, and can do it as much as 60% less than most of the big guys out there. So join the likes of Sand Springs, Union, Broken Arrow, Jinx, Oolaga, and Glenpool, to name a few, and get your customized sublimated uniforms, including Under Armour, Nike, or Adidas, at inkwellnation.com.
Leading out for Union, third baseman, number 27, Armando Gomez. So Gomez steps in. They went 4 up, 3 down yesterday as the first pitch to the shortstop, and in time. Easton Martin with the put out to, I'm assuming, the brother. Catcher, Stephen Pattison. So Pattison steps in. Catcher took over for Brody Briggs as he departed for Arizona State. And Pattison, I know Casey Jordan had told me that Pattison, when he's on, he's got a pretty hot bat from time to time. So we'll see what we can do here. But a lot like what we saw in Briggs last year, Pattison wants to develop his defensive prowess. And so that's something that Casey Jordan talked a lot about with him, as that's on the ground to short. Put out number 2. Nice grab there by Easton Martin for the put out. First baseman, Carter Weinbarger. I get it. No, absolutely not. Really? Whataburger? Is that what? No, just kidding. I was looking over at Carter's dad. I'm butchering his name, so. Oh, it's not. Okay. Well, then it's preseason, folks, so have some fun with some names. Detail, exactly. 1-1 now, 2 away. Carter up to bat, and it takes low and inside. Three-man crew tonight for the umps, as that's roped out to center, and he'll get a base hit to center. But that'll be the second runner of the evening, as Gam Jones got on in the first inning. And now we'll see left fielder Braylon Danzy. Braylon Danzy steps to the plate. He's another kid that had played multiple sports. If you're a Red Hawk fan, you know Danzy played basketball, was dominant in football, and had really a breakout year this year. And now here he is on the diamond. So we'll see what we can do to get the opportunity to work with Dad every day at the 7th grade center. Quite the family. Quite the athletic family. I'm just going to be honest with you. I think I think his dad could go. He'd play 4 or 5 good innings. That man is in some shape. So So the runner on first. Danzy at the plate. The 0-1 delivery on its way. Jones fires right down the middle for strike number 2. It's a good-looking pitch from Jones. (0-2) delivery to Danzy. Struck him out. So Danzy and the Redhawks will leave one on. We'll head to the top of the third. 0-0 right here on the Union Sports Network. Leading off for Berryhill, second baseman Jacob Skipper. Back live here. Top of the third, Jacob Skipper, the second baseman. Steps in, Knutson back to the bump. A little more work in this preseason thriller that we got going on here. Basketball regionals coming up 6 p.m. Thursday. Union will take on Muskogee, followed by Bixby and Putnam City. Then the winner of the Union-Muskogee game will play the winner of the Bixby-Putnam City game on Friday for a chance to go to area. So we'll have all that for you right here live on the Union Sports Network. Myself and Nick Irwin, as that's pop foul, 2-1. Now we don't know the time of the game yet on Friday. And I don't want to jinx anybody out there, but the schedule looks favorable for your Union Redhawks in the basketball regions. Swung on, pop foul again, 2-2. So again, 6 p.m. Thursday night, Union-Muskogee, followed by Bixby-Putnam City, and the winner of those two will play Friday. And that's a week from tonight. Swung on, struck him out. And that's going to be strikeout. I've got strikeout number 2, but I'm going to look over at Dad. Is that strikeout number 2? Strikeout number 3. Yeah, I missed part of the first inning. That's going to bring in the extra hitter, Tyson Hopkins. Next up for Berryhill, Tyson Hopkins. So Hopkins steps in. 3 strikeouts through 3 innings, or excuse me, through 2 1/3 innings so far for Knutson. Squares around a bunt. It's bunted foul. Beautiful afternoon here. No wind. 60-ish degrees. Andy, I'm kind of looking back at you through the back of my head. What's the temperature? What was game time temperature, buddy? Do we know? 57. Beautiful. That's high, 1-1. North breeze, got it. Weather Channel's got nothing on us here in the booth. Promise you. Much better than them as that's inside. 2-1. So the season kicks off here on March the 1st. And if my notes, I could find them, I could tell you who we're playing. Track 2. We take on McAllister at 5 p.m. It's going to be March 1st. Red Hawk regular season gets underway. Two fouled off. We'll do it again right here at home. So one away again. Knutson looks down, shakes off a sign. Gets set, brings it home. And another strikeout. Strikeout number 4. And that's going to bring up the left fielder. Left fielder, Sutton, Josh Horn. Chases the high strike there. And it's 0-1. Almost gets him to chase, but it's going to be outside barely. 1-1. If you're looking ahead to the 3rd inning, it's going to be Cody Young, Zach Oliver, and then back to the top of the order in Gam Jones. It's 1-2. On the ground, foul. So the 1-2 delivery with 2 outs coming again from Knutson. Gets him, punches him out for strikeout number 5, and that'll retire the side. Berryhill goes 1-2-3 with their 8, 9, and 10 hitters. Young, Oliver, and Jones coming up.
Racing towards the end of the month? Ask about our early pay options. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
Shortstop number 3rd, Cody Young.
Back live here. Union Sports Network preseason baseball, Red Hawks in Berryhill. Cody Young took the first offering, ripped it foul. Second one's a ball, so it's 1-1. Defensively for Berryhill, I should let them know, is that hits Young, I believe, maybe not. Got out of the way just in time. Defensively for Berryhill, it'll be Jones and Fielder make up the battery. Josh Horn at left, Cooper Barrington at center, Chance Bruner at right. That's ripped to right. That's going to get over the head of Chance Bruner, and that's going to be extra bases. On his horse around second, headed to third. They're going to make the throw, but he's going to be in, and he could have stood up, and that gets away from the shortstop covering. But Cody Young with a could have been a stand-up triple. Easily. Second baseman, Zach Oliver. Zach Oliver steps in, and first opportunity for Union to really put a run across home here with nobody out. And run number 1 of the preseason is just 90 feet away. Still 90 feet, right? OSSA didn't change any of those rules. Okay, I just check it, make sure. Still preseason, though. That's very, very true. Absolutely. Inside, I believe it caught him. It did. It got him on the fingers. He's a ball player. He'll grab his bat and we'll do it again. That's going to be smart. Yep. The good thing is it's in the 50s, the game time temperature gets down in the 40s, and those aluminum bats are like picking up an iceberg. Gam Jones waits on deck. So Cody Young's your player at third after he laced one to right field over Chance Bruner. Delivery high, 1-2. Jones delivers. Ooh, nice pitch there. Barely missed. Must have come in a little high. It's 2-2. But again, it's preseason for the umpires as well. 2-2 delivery from Jones. Struck him out. So Zach Oliver goes down swinging. It's going to be up to the center fielder, Gam Jones. Second opportunity to get this run across. Center fielder, Gam Jones. Apparently we're looking for a new statistician here in the booth. Just FYI, if you're out there and you're listening and you want to come be a statistician today, because Pete Knutson is going to get fired here in a few minutes. His son struck out the side in the first inning and didn't even know it. So for the record, Cam has how many strikeouts, Dad? Okay, Dad says he has 6 strikeouts. Can we check that, Andy, to make sure that Mr. Knutson is properly giving us? 3-0 delivery. Jones pops it foul. It's 3-1. He had the green light on 3-0, and that's what I looked over at Coach Newkirk. Coach Newkirk says, it was 3-0, kid. What are you swinging at? Again, preseason. So 1 away. Jones at the plate. Young at third. Oh, now he's showing me. Now he's trying to show me What is that? What is that app? 6 strikeouts. Okay, it is 6 strikeouts. And Jones is on with a walk. So first and third, 1 out. And the pitcher can help himself here. Pitcher Camden Knutson. So we'll see what Knutson does. He's been money on the mound so far for Coach Newkirk, as he struck out 6. I'm going to say that repeatedly, so 6 so far. I think it's 6. That's what I'm hearing. High and outside. It's 1-0. So we'll see what Jones can dial up here. So he's got himself into a little bit of a position with runners at the corners. Throw over to the speedy Jones. And he gets back just in time. Nice throw over from Jones to Addie Martin. They know Jones can flat get down 90 feet in a hurry. So he gets a nice lead now. Jones sets the 1-0 delivery. He comes home. Knutson fouls it off, and it's 1-1. Fluchet on deck, followed by the designated hitter and Dylan Baldridge if we get that far. Knutson shakes his bat a little bit. Jones throws over tries to get Gam Jones. The 1-1 delivery. Jones thinks about it for a long time. Gam takes off, throws outside, fakes the throw down to second, almost gets him. Gets Young coming down the line, but Jones will get his, I believe, a second stolen base of the night. So now second and third, as Fielder did a nice job faking the throw to second, almost got Young to commit down the line. Young scampers back, and he's safe at third, so it's second and third now. 2-1 count for Knutson. Swung on, gets right past Easton Martin. 1 run will score. Here comes the throw. No throw on Jones, and it's 2-0. That's early. We'll give him an RBI single, 2 RBI single. Probably not. They'd probably give it an error. Yeah. Right fielder Ben Fluchet. And a pinch runner is coming in. And it's, who is it? Fowler? Ashton Fowler take over running duties for the pitcher. Courtesy runner Ashton Fowler. Almost said Flower. That would not be correct. So the 1-0. Runner goes. Fowler's down safely to second. And just like we've seen in years past, Newkirk and his team like to steal some bases. Now some Easton Martin and Fowler having a good time there. Easton Martin's pushing him off the bag. They're having a good time out there between Martin and Fowler. And the great thing, and we talk about it all year, is that's in there for a strike. We talk about it all year. when these guys aren't playing for their designated schools, they're all playing together in some sort of travel team. And so a lot of times when you see players come in, they all know each other from either playing travel ball with that particular player or playing against him. So the camaraderie shows up, and that's always fun to see. 2-1. Back up the middle. Look out. Everybody's got to get out of the way. One run will score. It gets by the center fielder. Flouché with a double. Probably could have stretched it into a triple. But a nice job by the umpire to shield the second baseman Skipper. And then Cooper Barrington, it went under Cooper Barrington's glove. Designated hitter Dylan Baldridge. So Skipper had no chance on it, but then it got underneath Cooper Barrington's glove and rolled just about to the wall. And Flouché in at second, now with a huge lead out there at second, as they're still only one away. And there's a 3 spot on the board for the Red Hawks. So Jones with the 0-1 delivery. Big lead out there. Then we're going to throw back. Jones decides to eat it. Flouché had a sizable lead. Skipper over again. Jones looks, fires home. But that just missed. It's 1-1. So again, the regular season kicks off here at home, March 1st against McAllister, and we'll have that live here. I believe the start time's 5:30, if I remember correctly. That's inside, 2-1. Excited about that. And then a week from tonight, Eric Madrid, Dalen Fuller, Mike Gilliard, and the rest of the boys start their quest to win a state championship as they'll take on Muskogee at 6 p.m. right here on the Union Sports Network. Nick Irwin and myself will have the call. Been a fun year, really, on both sides of the ball. The girls have had a bounce-back year compared to where they were this time last year. That's on the ground fair. Over the third base, barely. 1 run will score. And Baldridge is in with a stand-up double that was laced down the right field line. That's going to bring up third baseman Armando Gomez. That'll bring up Gomez. He grounded out to short his first time up. So this inning so far, a triple by Young, a strikeout by Oliver. Gam Jones draws the walk. Knutson with a 2 RBI base hit, a double by Flouché, and a double by Baldridge, and that's well hit. But Josh Horn there to corral it in, and a good job by Josh Horn to pull that in as that sun's beginning to set out there. Catcher, Stephen Pattison. So Pattison steps in. He also grounded out to short his first time up, back in the second. 4 runs now have come across. Baldridge stands alone at second. Jones delivers. It's outside. So we will stay here for the duration of this game. And then we've got one more preseason game. I'm trying to remember when we're doing that. 28th, yeah. Yeah, a couple days before the home opener here, we'll bring you another preseason game. All the cameras, all the fun stuff, all the pomp and circumstance, if you will. to get ready for what's going to be a memorable baseball year, that's for sure. One delivery with 2 out. Baldridge stands alone again at second. Catcher at the dish. Good take there. Patterson wanted a piece of that, but he laid off. Now, in fairness to the Berryhill fans that may be listening, your kiddos don't have any numbers on them, so I'm hoping that I'm getting these right as we go. As that's on the ground to Easton Martin. Long throw, not in time, as Patterson was hustling down the line. And that was deep in the hole and a tough play for Easton Martin, and he couldn't make it happen. We'll see if they come in and run for Patterson or not. They're not going to it doesn't appear. And now they do. Weinbarger. Yeah, Weinbarger. First baseman Carter Weinbarger. Thank you. Thank you very much. Mr. Knutson, is it? How do you pronounce that? We did have a pinch runner come in. Let's see. Who's the pinch runner? That's number 19 on your scorecard at home, kids, but I don't have a number here. So, any idea, Dads, who's our pinch runner? That's swung on. Is it the bottom of it there? Oh, yeah, there you go. Devin Blackwell, your pinch runner, or courtesy runner, not a pinch runner, courtesy runner. So Blackwell, Devin. That's in the dirt. Smothered, he can't find it, and everybody will advance. Fielder had a tough time catching up. It was a great block by him, but it got away from him, and then unfortunately these infielders didn't give him any help. Both players will advance 90 feet. So the 1-1 on its way. Swung on the ground, and they're going to let that roll foul. Good job there by Barrington to let that go. Dalton Barrington, smart play. Boy, and that takes me back to last year in the playoffs, and I think it was against Owasso. The only hit they had was a slow roller down third that Brody Briggs let go, hoping it would roll foul, and it never did. Yeah, I know. Pete Knutson said, thanks for ripping that off. We'll talk a lot about what wasn't last year. How I still think, and I talk to Greg Kelly every once in a while, partner in crime, is he's at the 9th grade center and I'm at the 7th, and I talk to Greg all the time, and I'm like, for the longest time, the starting lineups for the game that never was going to happen or never did happen sat on my desk at the CCC for probably 2 weeks because I knew it was going to happen. I knew we were going on. Like, there was no doubt in anybody's mind. And then when it didn't come to fruition, it was like, what happened? And I think the kids, I think the parents, I think all of us that are near and dear to this Red Hawk baseball team was just really in shock. And that gets away. And the wheels are beginning to fall off the Berryhill train right now. Left fielder, Braylon Danzy. Danzy comes in, struck out back in the second, his only time up. Runners at the corners with 2 out. 5-0 Union on top of Berryhill right now. First pitch offering popped up. Not any ground there and almost hits the camera. That would not be the way to start. Braylon Danzy. Yeah, there you go. Let's not ruin the equipment on the first night there, Mr. Danzy. Will not get mentioned here very often. You will not be in the highlight reel no matter what you do. Start breaking equipment this early on. Quick throw over. Trying to get a sleepy Carter, and Carter said, no, I'm still awake over here. So the 0-1 delivery to Danzy with runners at the corners, 2 out. Takes it low, runner goes. Weinbars are throwing, showing off some wheels. You like that? Boy, he tore it up down there. I'm surprised. That's it. I mean, Gam Jones is over there going, where did he learn to run like that? Swung on. And it gets by Easton Martin again. And another run will score. And it was a well-hit ball. And we're back to batting around as Cody Young will come back up. Shortstop, Cody Young. Cody Young steps in. He tripled his first time up this inning. They're going to stick with Jones on the mound. Jones has almost reached his pitch count here in this inning alone. Young with a long stare back over to Coach Newkirk. As he gets the signs, now he steps in. Danzy at first. You know Danzy's going to take his 90 feet of free space if he can. Jones was 70 pitches already, I'm told, by our statistician Pete Knutson, who still has a job apparently. Yeah, that's a good point. It's a really good point. Oh, 1 delivery. Swung on, pop foul. I should say pop foul. Hit foul. I'm running out of scorecard here in this inning, so that's a beautiful thing. We saw that team of last year do that to me quite a few times, batting through the order once or twice. Oliver stands on deck. Zach Oliver struck out his first time up back in this inning. Go figure. Back over Danzy's in time. As I look over to see where Braylon's dad is, I saw him here earlier. Sometimes he's in the dugout, sometimes he's... Yes, that nominated for Coach of the Year, OCA. Hats off today as well to Dan Newman. The accolades continue to pour in for that man. I mean, he's going to have to get a bigger office just for the awards he's winning. I mean, he's got Taylor Swift wondering who this guy is. Swung on, popped up. Addie Martin calls for it. And then Skipper calls him off. And that'll be the end of the inning. But oh my, what an inning it was. As Union gets 6 across, we'll head to the top of the 4th after this.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
folks, this game is being broadcast live right now on the Union Sports Network. If you've got friends and family that couldn't be here to watch this game, tell them to tune in to Union Sports Network, all over UnionSportsNetwork.com.
Oh, yeah? Now, you didn't have,
Now catching for Union, number 29, Cesario Tahara. I'm going to say this is Easton Martin. Leading out for Berryhill, shortstop Easton Martin. So we believe it's Easton Martin up to bat. If I was doing the right thing and doing my scorecard correctly, and Cesario Tahara taking over catching duties for Pattison tonight. Pattison's night's done. For Patty, he went 1 for 2 at the plate, base hit and grounded out. It's a good night for him. Tahara frames that up for a strike, and it's 1-1. We believe this will be Knutson's last inning. Am I all right there, Andy? Am I okay on sound? Okay. Anyway, sorry. So we think it's the last inning for Knutson. We'll see. He's got a couple of players warming up down there. Or there was. Now as I look down there, I don't see any. Yeah, I guess there are. So we'll see. So I'll do my best to keep up defensively as the changes come for the Red Hawk faithful that have tuned in on this Thursday afternoon, 5:10 in the afternoon. A 2-2 delivery from Knutson. Looking for strikeout number 7 right here. Doesn't quite get it. Guess the umpire didn't have my script. 3-2. Is this Berryhill's entire roster? They don't have anybody else sitting on the bench? Oh, they do. Okay, so if they make changes, we're not going to have. Okay. And there's strikeout number 7. I was off by a pitch. So number 7 there is given to Easton Martin. Next up for Berryhill, pitcher Caden Jones. So Jones, we'll see how far Berryhill runs this young man, as he was well over 70 pitches through the end of that 3rd inning. As the first pitch swinging. How many pitches has Cam got so far there, Pete? Any idea? So it was 41, so 45, 46. This is about pitch number 47 or 48 on its way for Knutson. Swung on, pop foul. And my phone's blowing up. The amazing Megan Bender reaching out for some help. I don't know if she's listening or not. She's asking for my assistance on a situation. And the one and only Art Cantu will be with you guys momentarily, I promise. The 1-2 swung on, strikeout number 8. And Dad, just so you know, that's 5 strikeouts in a row for the boy. Third baseman. Well, that's Dalton Barrington up to bat here. No, it's okay. We got to get all the silliness out of the way before the season starts. Well, there'll be a lot more silliness while the season goes on as well. That's outside 1-0. Oh, good times. Andy Irwin reminded me there's a blacklight dance tonight at the high school, so all hands on deck for that one. It's swung on and it's 1-1. So that's where the boys are going after they play here. Quick shower and over to the blacklight dance, I imagine. That's why it's another 4 o'clock game, yeah. Yeah, there's a JV game coming up about, at the end of this one. 1-1 delivery outside, 2-1. I'm assuming we'll go 7 no matter what, unless we run rule them, right? They don't do run rules in preseason? Unless the coaches agree we're done, sure. Outside, 3-1. One of the first few times in the last 7-8 batters we've seen. Knutson not out in front of a hitter. 6-0 to score, 2 away. Knutson going for strikeout number 6 in a row, and he's 1 strike away from that. Let's see if he can ring up Dalton Barrington. Barrington 0 for 1 tonight. Full count, 2 away. Knutson in the dirt, gets away. Tahara over quickly to corral it. That'll be, I believe, the second walk given up by Knutson. Center fielder, Cooper Barrington. We believe this is Cooper Barrington, the center fielder. Again, moms and dads happen to be watching in Berryhill. No numbers, so not 100% sure. Just a little low. And it's 1-0. So Dalton Barrington at first. Brother stands at the plate. 2-0 delivery from Knutson on its way. Catches the outside part of the plate, 2-1. Knutson rights the ship. See what he dials up here. What's his go-to pitch there, Dad? Cutter? Little Adam Wainwright. Popped up to right. Fluchet tracks it, and that's it. So besides the walk by giving up to Barrington, nothing happens. We head to the bottom of 4. Union up 6-0.
We're athletes.
Coaches.
And your child's high school athletic trainer.
We're your friends and neighbors.
And we make our home
in Green Country. We're Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma.
And we're the team physicians for more universities,
more high schools,
and more club teams
than all other providers combined.
We're focused on providing you personalized orthopedic care,
treating the area's best teams,
and the athlete in all of us.
Back live here, High Union Sports Network. Jim Douthit here. What a night so far. It's been great. The weather's been great. Union up 6-0. It'll be Oliver, Jones, and Knutson supposedly is who's due up. We knew that somebody was warming up for Cam earlier, so we'll see what happens. But new pitcher for Berryhill, not too sure who it is. If parent brings me the information, I'll let you guys know out there. But thanks for joining us. Don't forget, it's basketball next Thursday, 6 o'clock, Union Muskogee, round number 1 of the regionals at the UMAC. Nick Irwin and I will have it live right here on the Union Sports Network as we get back to baseball and some shuffling, it appears, by Coach Newkirk. Leading off for Union, number 13, Samson Harrison. So Harrison steps in. Not too sure where Harrison's going to play, but Harrison will step in now. That's still who? Is that still Zach Oliver? So they got 13 as Samson Harrison. Oh, got it. Okay. All right. Well, my apologies. That is still Zach Oliver. My apologies at home. Glad the dads know everybody. And his mom's right there. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Mom. That swung on out to center. We believe that's Cooper Barrington. He tracks it. Oh, and a nice job by Barrington. He lost it for a minute, but Oliver will pop out, and he'll be out. So sorry, Mom. That was Zach Oliver still. Center fielder, Gam Jones. And that's funny because Gam had the same number on as Oliver, and I looked. So that tells you. That's why it's preseason, kids. That's why it's preseason. The first delivery to Oliver, or to Jones. First serving to Jones. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. 1-1 now. One delivery low, 2-1 now. Pop foul. 2-2. And I'll tell you what's exciting. As I mentioned it earlier, you guys can't see it at home. Well, you probably can from the center field camera. But for a first preseason home game, it's a pretty decent little crowd. And what's even cooler to see is that we've got quite a few students in the ballpark. So that's always fun to see, students supporting other students, especially here, on what, with respect, is a meaningless game for both teams. Just opportunity for them to get some practice in as Jones fouls it off, and it's 3-2. Fouché down to corral that ball, throw it back. So with one away, full count on Jones. Here's the delivery. Swung on. Let's lift it out to left center. That's going to fall. Jones on his horse, but he's going to stop with a single. And Knutson is going to get the opportunity to bat. Pitcher, Camden Knutson. Knutson steps in. If you're just joining us, where were you? We missed a 6-run bottom of third inning as Knutson lays down a beauty. They're going to let that thing roll, and that's going to stay fair. Whew. And that brings back memories that I don't want to talk about anymore. Good gravy. Good job, good job by Cam to lay down the bunt and get a base hit. Right fielder, Ben Fouché. So Fouché steps in, first and second, one away. looks like we're going to have another new player. Maybe next. It is Baldridge? Okay. It is still Baldridge, even though the back of his jersey says Jones. Got it. So the 1-0 delivery. Fluchet, everybody runs. Jones would have been safe by a mile. Knutson showing off the wheels as well. 2 steals. Double steal. Runners at second and third now. Knutson at second, Gam Jones at third. The 2-0 on the ground. That'll find a hole. Up the left side. Jones comes home, and it's an RBI single for Ben Fluchet. So first and third. And we're going to say this is still Dylan Baldridge, correct? Designated hitter, Dylan Baldridge. Baldridge steps in. Baldridge doubled back in the third, part of that 6-run inning. Picked up an RBI himself, RBI number 1.
I used to be a challenger. I would look up how to do this.
1-0 delivery to him. Ooh, and that's going to hit him. Off-speed pitch. Baldridge takes one for the team. And the bases are going to be loaded for the third baseman and Armando Gomez. Third baseman, Armando Gomez. So bases are juiced. First time we've seen that this year. Gomez 0 for 2, and he takes the first offering and pops it straight up. Fielder can't find it, and it falls fair, and then it bounces foul. Boy, and Berryhill got away with one there. Fielder couldn't pick it up, not too sure what it was. Yeah. Gomez gets away with jumping on the first pitch. And Union still has bases loaded. Friendly bounce off Gomez's bat. Second pitch swing, and he just a little ahead. It's 0-2. Gomez is holding on to the bat a little too tight right now. He really wants to come through. Not very often you get up with bases loaded like this in a situation. Calm down, breathe through it. Wait on your pitch. Fouled it off. Gomez swinging at what would have been ball number 1. You see the young man just calm down a little bit. O2 struck him out. Next up for the Redhawks, number 23, Stephen Pattison. Trying the dramatic pause, something different. Thank you, thank you. Trying a little something different, you know. Got to mix it up. You said thespian, correct? Thespian. The thespian. Yeah. Definitely having some fun tonight. 1-0 Coming up 2 out, and that's right back up the middle. That'll get 1 run home, and they're going to hold everybody up there. Nice arm by Cooper Barrington to get it back in, but an RBI single for Patty. That should bring up Weinbarger. Weinbarger. First baseman Carter Weinbarger. The pitch runner at first is going to be none other than Devin Blackwell. Real set. Sure. Pinch runner in Blackwell. That's on the ground. That may be trouble. Hustling it out. They're going to throw down to first. Not in time, and another RBI. Barrington was on his horse to get down there and get it and throw it over, and Addy Martin did a great job just putting it in front of him. And the bases are still loaded with 2 away. Left fielder Braylon Danzy. So Danzy tonight, 1 for 2. Struck out in the second, got the base hit and another RBI, one of the 6. Scored in the third. The first pitch is high and outside. I'm going to be honest with you. I think the crowd's gotten a little bigger since I got here. Thank Pete Knudsen for stepping in and helping me out because I was running a little late getting here. I'm a what magnet? I'm a fan magnet. Yeah, no. Not at all. They're here to see these boys. Bazinga. All right. Ooh. 2-0 delivery, and Danzy was swinging for the fences on that. I think he wants that one back. I think the Berryhill pitcher doesn't want to serve that one up again, though, because that would have been tattooed about 370. Danzy's got the power to do it. 2-1 delivery, outside, 3-1. Now you got to throw something that he can swing at.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, Danzy.
The 3-1 popped up right side. Couple of people chasing, but I believe that's going to get out of play. And it will. That's a good point. Couldn't hear it home. Pete was asking when the last time it was this nice for a first scrimmage. Yeah, it's usually raining or super cold. We got the heat on, the doors closed. Beautiful night here at the ballpark as that's chopped to third in time. But not before Union puts up another 3. We head to the top of the 5th. Union up 9-0. Back live here as Pattison takes over on the bump for Cam Knutson. That offering's on the ground to second. Over to first in time. We'll try to get you all the defensive changes. What we know for sure right now is Asher Fowler has taken over in center. Oscar Olazaba is at third. Young at short. I believe Oliver's still at second. Lane Wood is at first now. We'll try to figure out who else is changed up in left and right field. We'll bring you those changes as soon as we get them here. It's Pattison. Rips one right down the middle, and it's 0-1. Beyond the ground. Young gobbles it up. Throw in time. Well, he threw that thing on a rope. And there's quickly two away. Pattison with a big smile right now as him and Tahira exchange some pleasantries. First pitch swinging to right, and that's the end of the inning, kids. Before we can even get the change in the lineup, Pattison throws about 5 pitches, and we're through 4.5. Union coming up. Back here live on the Union Sports Network. Thanks for joining us. Jim Douthit here. Don't forget, next Thursday, 6 p.m., Union Red Hawk boys basketball team begins their quest for a state title as they take their #1 ranking and welcome in Muskogee. We'll have that game for you. Nick Irwin and myself right here live starting at 6 p.m. next Thursday. But we're not done with a little preseason baseball here, as a host of players came in for Coach Newkirk. We're going to do our best to bring you the changes in the lineup for the Red Hawk faithful listening tonight. So we come up on about 5:38 Central Standard Time. And we're going to say this. Leading out for the Red Hawks, Cody Young. We're just going to start saying names because I know a lot of the positions are going to be tossed around between now and the end of the game. The lead is 9. Touchdown and a safety got us here. Nothing? Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, you're working back there. Got it. My apologies. Yeah, you owe me one? Yeah, okay, that's all right, that's all right. On deck is still Zach Oliver. The 0-2 delivery high. 1-2. In the dirt, gets away. 2-2. Got a minute. Want to say quick hi to Dan Hawk. Had an opportunity to talk to him when he came over to the 7th grade center to do a little story on some of the Broken Arrow swimmers. Had a few minutes to run down and say hi to him and exchange pleasantries. Talk a little high school basketball. And that's out into left. That'll be a base hit for Young. Dan doing some great work over there for that Broken Arrow public school system. Yeah, I guess he is the enemy now, Andy. You're right. We could still be nice every once in a while.
Yes, Cody.
Next up for Union, Zach Oliver. So Zach comes up with one on, nobody out. First pitch, swinging, fouled off. On deck might be Asher Fowler. I believe that's correct. He's got Grayson Tempest here. That flow is for real out there. That is truly him, and it is, I don't know if that's him or not. Tough to tell. Outside, 2-1. Runner goes, swung, strike, safe. So the hit and run going on. Oliver couldn't come around on it, but Cody Young is down safe at second. So with a runner at second, nobody out. Newkirk loving to run. That's lifted to left. Berryhill on their horse, can't get the catch, and that's going to roll away. One run's going to score. Oliver with a double, and he was going to get on base no matter what. Great attempt there by the Berryhill player to come over and try to make that play, but a double and an RBI for Zach Oliver. Hey Pete, do we know who this is coming up? It is Fowler? Okay. Next up for Union, number 11, Asher Fowler. So Fowler comes in. And we're just going to kind of fly by the seat of our pants moving forward. As Newkirk looks like he wants to get everybody in. First pitch swinging, that's way back, over the head of the right fielder. One run will score. Fowler's going to stay with a stand-up double. And it's a double and an RBI for Asher Fowler. And who do we have here? Is that Cam? Yeah, it is. Next up, Camden Knutson. So Knutson comes in. Switching it up in a little bit, going to the right side of the plate is Knutson. Runner on second is Fowler, as he took over at center field for Cam Jones. Thanks for the hot dog there, Mr. Knudsen. Appreciate that. So 2-0. It's getting a little information that Coach Newkirk doesn't want us to put any more runs on the board, as we currently stand at 11. But on the live stream, you guys out there in Red Hawk land, you're going to know how many runs we score. That's swung on right at the shortstop. And Easton, if that's still Easton, makes a good play there. That's going to be Tahara. I'm going to butcher his first name, so I'm going to stop for a second. Cedeno? Sure, yeah, okay. Tahara takes the first delivery. That's out to right field. Catch is made. Tag and throw. Not in time. Tahara. Tahara pops out, but does advance the runner. Dylan Baldridge steps in now. They're going to appeal to second and see if he took off. They did not. Fowler knows the rules. Knows you can't leave early. Much to the chagrin of most of the Berryhill faithful here. And that's roped to left. That's way back. That may be off the top of the wall. One will score. He hit it so hard he's on his horse to third. The throw, not in time. Oh my, Dylan Baldridge almost got the first home run of the preseason, but it went off the top of the wall. That makes it 12. What do we get? 14-0? One run scored. We've got a run before that, didn't we? Oh, okay, so it's 12-0. My apologies. That swung on just over the outstretched skipper, and another run will score. And the wheels are coming off. Well, they already came off, but now they're rolling down the hill. That's very, very true. Next up for the Red Hawks, Sampson Harrison. So Harrison will step in here. 2 outs. Runner on first. I believe that's Lane Wood waiting on deck. That's just, I'd say it's a lucky guess, but he's got the name on the back of his jersey. There's that. 1-0 delivery. Nice curve in there for a strike. So Tahara was up this inning. Asher Fowler up this inning. A lot of new names here for this varsity team, as I said early on. If this is an indication of what the season's going to be, it's going to be a fun one as well. As the buzz around this team, as I mentioned earlier, talking to Coach Brown and Coach Jordan, both of them said that the young team that they had last year was pretty salty. And it looks like they're continuing to do this right here in the varsity ranks. We're heading to the top of the 6th. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, top of the 6th. 11, 12, nothing. 13-0 Union.
to that game. All right, Michelle, don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. We proved it yesterday. We proved it yesterday. Bro, when the game was on the line, and they were like, okay, we're ready, so I'm like, okay, now I really got to hunt my guy. Like, that's good. Bro, did they have because somebody. Bro, I remember at the end, practice? Yeah, practice. We did Bro, game wasn't in this, so you never answered that play. Bro, we had like, it was like all athletes joining class so we can get used to having like a sport last hour. Guys, that's all the kids love it. Yeah. And we, we had like 20 edits one day. One day, the coach was like, that means we have 20 guesses today. Something like that. It was like 16. Right there. That's good. I'm going to say something right now. Bro, there's people hiding in the line.
Welcome back live here on the Union Sports Network. Jim Douthat bringing you Union baseball, a little preseason action. So defensively now we've got it figured out for the Redhawks. In left it'll be Blackwell, Fowler at center, Sampson and right. Olazaba at third, Young at short, Oliver and Lanewood make up the right side of the infield. And, of course, Patterson and Tejera. We saw them last inning. Will continue as the battery here for Coach Newkirk as it's 1-1. Don't forget, if you're just joining us, I mentioned Union basketball next Thursday, a week from tonight, at about this time, as a matter of fact, as I'm looking at my 5:52, we're about exactly a week away for the boys to begin their quest for state championship glory as they'll take on Muskogee. We'll have it live. Nick Irwin and myself, Andy Irwin and his crew. As that's popped out to right, a host of players come together, but a good job by Sampson to call everybody off, and there's one away. This is the beginning of Andy Irwin's favorite season, which is spring, because he's got so much to do. A smattering of baseball, softball, soccer, boys and girls. And he will cover as much as humanly possible. And possibly, can I announce the new broadcaster for the soccer network or for soccer? Or? We don't know yet. Okay, well, I'm not going to. No surprises in Champaign and stuff tonight. I'm not going to make that announcement. Emily Barkley, let's get this done. Can we get the contract signed for this young man? Let's make this happen. Or young woman. Little tease there. 1-1, one away. Patterson coming in for relief, picking up where Knutson left off. Knutson on the night struck out 8. 2 walks, and I believe he only allowed a hit. If I'm not sadly mistaken. Just outside. 2-2. Swung on, picked up, long throw. Olazaba with a nice throw to get the speedy Berryhill player at first. And I was wrong. Knutson, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks, no hits. So Knutson had a no-hitter, and he gets pulled. Might be something we talk about. Slow roller back up the middle. Oliver over quickly in time. Oliver with a great play as once it hit the mound, it seemed to kind of die. He gets it over in time. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Union all over Berryhill. Welcome back live, Union Sports Network. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Leading off for the Red Hawks, Lane Wood. Wood steps in. First pitch is outside. So all the starters are now on the bench. And that's lifted the left. And out of play. Anyway, all the starters are on the bench now. The 9 in of Blackwell, Fowler, Sampson, Olazaba, Young, Oliver, Wood, Pattison, and Tahara. And the count's 1-2 on Lane Wood. Came in playing first base. He reaches out. Nice job by the third baseman to try to corral it, but he can't, and Wood's in safely with a base hit. Left fielder, Devin Blackwell. Blackwell steps in. First time we've seen him tonight at the dish. Took over in left field for Braylon Danzy. And with one on, nobody out. Blackwell, whoa, nice throw there by catcher to try to get Wood. It was being a little lazy out there at first base. It might have been a hit and run too. Wood was off with the pitch and then had to scamper back. So 0-1 to Blackwell. Lane Wood at first. Looks like Cody Young's on deck. That's popped up. Shortstop calls for it. And if that's still Easton Martin, which I believe it is, there's one away. And that's still Cody Young, right, kids? Or am I just pretending? Yay! Next up for the Red Hawks, Cody Young. So Cody Young, the 6'1", 160-pound baseball player, steps in. I joke about baseball player. Obviously he's a baseball player, but Young tonight playing short. That's low and outside 0-1, or excuse me, 1-0. On deck is Zach Oliver. Swung through at 1-1. Runner goes. Wood safely in there. It's 1-2. As Young had squared around a bunt. Tried to get the bunt down. Didn't, but Wood is safely in at second. In the dirt, that's going to get by. Catcher, he's up quickly. When he guns it down there, might have had a chance to get Wood, but he eats it instead. And run number 14 is just 90 feet away for Cody Young. Two, 1 away. Zach Oliver, as I mentioned earlier, on deck. I want to say congratulations, too, to Coach Davis and Union Redhawks, the ladies, basketball. What a turnaround from a season ago. They're going to head down to Choctaw and play Stillwater in the first round as that's popped up to left. And there's 2 away. I wondered if they were going to send Lane Wood, but they decide not to. It wasn't as deep. Next up for the Redhawks, Zach Oliver. As the ball gets by, Lane Wood scores. Sorry, we had a little technical difficulty with the with the microphone there a second ago. 14-0.
Hey, that's a good job you did there, Lane.
That's ripped out to center. Under it. Nice job there to corral it in. It's fighting it out there a little bit in the outfield for Berryhill, but Union gets a few more runs, 14-0. We head to the top of the 7th, right here live on the Union Sports Network.
Walking is kind of crazy. Yeah, boot. Yeah, Carson. I just listen to Josh. Nothing, Josh. CB. I love you, CB. Where's the best? I love you.
Bro, where did you actually learn about that? No, for real. No, for real. Where did you learn about that? Bro, I have no idea, but that's hilarious. Hold up. Yes!
Back live here is we get ready to bring in Carson Brooks is going to get his opportunity on the bump. Knutson started. Pattison came in relief, and now it's Carson Brooks' time as he needs 3 outs, and we'll be done for the evening. Don't forget our next broadcast right here on the Union Sports Network next Thursday. Union Muskogee, 6 o'clock. Playoffs for basketball start, so join Nick Irwin and myself right then and there. As I heard my partner in crime over on the basketball side is watching, so Nick, hello to you. Right now, Coach Newkirk and Berryhill, our coach, are having a conversation about whether they're going to let Union bat in the bottom of the 7th. Not that it matters at all, of course, but it's preseason, so can we get another round of batters in? We said the pitcher is now Carson Brooks, correct? Now pitching for the Red Hawks, Carson Brooks. So Carson Brooks steps in. Again, Brooks and Tahara is your battery. First pitch high. The rest of his defense did not change this inning. So Blackwell in left, Fowler in center, Sampson in right. Olazaba at third, Young at short, Oliver and Wood on the right side. And it's 2-0. Brooks sets, delivers just a little high, and it's 3-0. Carson takes a minute, collects himself. His 3 straight pitches have not found the strike zone. But that one does. 3-1 now. Swung on, foul. We'll do it again. 3-2. So Brooks beginning to settle in after three straight balls to start off his outing here in the preseason. Question will remain whether we see the Red Hawks come to bat in the bottom of the 7th. Pete Knutson is betting they will. As Berryhill gets a runner on. And for the first time in a while, the defensive is going to have to react with a runner on the base pads. .643 would be nice to see dialed up right now. Brooks sets, delivers. Over for a strike. Oh, and Brooks throws it away. Pickoff play was on. Brooks throws it into almost right field, and Berryhill comes up with a runner on third. So their first run of the night is only now 90 feet away. Oh, 0-1 delivery. 0-2. So the runner at third came because Brooks threw it in the dirt. Wood couldn't gather it. But if Wood could have gathered it, to get the Berryhill player in a rundown, and there's one out. But unfortunately, this is preseason. Again, still a lot of kinks to work out. Although the score would not, indicate that. But there is 2-2. So the 2-2 delivery struck him out. And Brooks' first strikeout of the evening. There's one away.
Here we go. Just kill him. There we go, Brooks. Come on. Yep. What, baby?
1-1. Yeah! 1-2. Brooks begins to settle in for sure.
Too good.
So the 1-2 delivery coming from Brooks. Time called by Tahara. He got his signals mixed up, so he'll take a quick timeout here. Get himself reacclimated with what Coach Newkirk wanted. And the delivery. Struck him out. Strikeout number 2, and the second strikeout of the 7th. Well, if my math serves me correctly, this is what we have in store for you on the Union Sports Network once basketball season is over. Soccer will get, boys and girls will get 5 games. Softball will get 5 games, and the boys here on the Diamond will collect 9. Now you're like, why so many? Well, baseball, and that baseball has 9 games. Softball, of those 5 broadcasts, they probably will play 7 to 8 games. But there's quite a few double hitters. And of course, soccer, you get boys and girls when you tune in to soccer. Yeah, and you did have girls fast pitch softball in the fall. And we did volleyball as well, didn't we? Yep. And wrestling. I mean, we do it all. We do it all here. We do as much as we can with a department of 1, Andy Irwin. Golf would be fun. You know, we've actually talked about golf. We've talked about doing golf. We've talked about the idea of setting up on one hole and just covering one hole of a tournament. We do have a drone. That's on the ground. Olazaba, nice job to get it. Throw, can't get it. Wood can't come up with it. 1 run will score. Berryhill player will scamper down to second. And with 2 outs, the shutout is over. And the comeback begins for Berryhill. Olazaba came up throwing. It was just a little low, and I think Wood tried to Olay it respectfully. He couldn't come up with it. So with a runner on second, 2 away, Brooks will go back to the mound here, try to get the last out. First offering is outside. It's 1-0. So again, 9-14. At least 19 spring events here on the Union Sports Network. That doesn't mean that's all the games. As I said, a couple of doubleheaders, number of doubleheaders for softball and girls and boys soccer. And we're not done with basketball yet as well. At least 2 more basketball games. See what happens if the boys reach area. Possibility we could do a number of playoff games. Emily Barkley and Joe Redmond and Kurt Frederick will make sure that they do their due diligence if we can broadcast any of those games, that's for sure. So the 1-1 inside. It's 2-1. The 2-1 on the ground. Olazaba gobbles, throws high, and he airmailed that one in. The throw home, he got him. Oh yeah, baby. Lane Wood got a friendly bounce, guns it to Tahara, and laid down the tag. And we'll see if they're going to line up. And I believe this game is over. So that'll be it. There will not be a bottom of the 7th, as it ends with a great play by Wood to play it off the fence. And Tahara with a nice tag, and Union will go on to take the first preseason game 14-1. Don't forget our next broadcast right here next Thursday, as Union basketball begins their quest, men's basketball begins their quest for a state championship, as they'll take on Muskogee. Join Nick Irwin and myself at 6 p.m. right here on the Union Sports Network. So for Micaiah, Andy Irwin, myself, I'm Jim Douthit. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next Thursday.